What's happening, YouTube? MrDmise here again. I'm here to talk to you about a first bike. There's a couple things to consider when you're thinking about a first motorcycle. One, obviously, and most important, is money. Do you have the money to buy a new bike or a used bike? I didn't, because when I first went to the dealership and started looking at bikes, I realized they're really not that expensive compared to cars. They're not that expensive at all. Now, I'm not saying that I have, $10,000, $8,000 laying around and I went and picked up one. No. I worked my butt off to get it at the worst job I've ever had in my entire life. Now, I bought an '08 Kawasaki Ninja 250R for my first motorcycle. Do I like it? Yes. I currently own it, and but I'm not right now because I have a few other things to take care of, but I know that I will be getting a 600 or a 650, something like that, because I can just tell that I'm gonna get bored with it. We have when we go get our license, okay, you go to the DMV, you get your license, blah blah blah, you're 16, you're happy. And good case scenarios, these little rich kids out here, definitely not me, like, they go out and they go to a car dealership. They pick the nicest, sporty looking, Mustang V8 Roush engine, blah, blah, blah. And they just got their license. And they do fine in it. Sometimes they total it, sometimes, they don't. What I'm getting at here is, whenever you get your license, do you get a two-cylinder car to learn how to drive in? No, you just drive what's there, what you can find, what you like. My advice to you is do the exact same thing when it comes to a bike. Get a bike that you will enjoy, that you like the way it looks, that you've done research on. Trust me, do plenty of research. You've done research on. Maybe you know a friend that has one, but my advice is just to go to a dealership, find the biggest, most variety dealership you can find, and sit on it. See what's comfortable. Now, don't forget that you can sit on, some bikes and they'll be like, oh, I don't like this because it's too tall. I'm like 5'8", 140 pounds. I'm not a big guy. And I sat on them, and I sat on 600s and was like, oh, I'm not going to get a 600 because they're too tall. Well, you can get lowering links and make them pretty much as short as you want them to. So that shouldn't be an issue. Just price range, what you want the bike to do. You want it for touring, cruising. First of all, if you're going to get a bike just because I want a bike because I want to go really, really fast, it's probably not a smart idea. Because I know people that's gone out and just bought, Gixxer 1000s or whatever and crashed it within no time because they got it for speed. And that's just not one of the smartest things that you can do. Okay, the price there for the 250Rs obviously is great because there's not a whole lot to it. I mean, it's 249 cc, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, but just listen to other riders. I've already been through it. Everybody's has the battle. Get the 250R, get a 600, get a this, get a that. Get an elephant, paint it purple, and ride it around. No, just do what you want to do. Okay? I didn't listen to other riders. I wish I would have, because they all told me they're gonna get the 250R. You're gonna outgrow it. The people on here that are saying that you're not gonna outgrow it are probably people that's only had it for a little while. I've had it for 2 months, so I guess I do consider that a little while. But at the same time, it's just I'm getting bored. I mean, it's fun, but I kind of wish I would have just saved my money and got a 600. The experience I gained was, I guess you could say, worth the money. But at the same time, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of money as it is. But I mean, at the same time, you want the 250R because it's cheap and you can get it right now. That's probably why you're looking at this, is because you want to know what your first bike should be. Your first bike should be what you want it to be. Now, I don't think that you should go over a 600 or maybe over a 750 because, I mean, it's just raw power. I mean, that's all it is raw power. I mean, if you want to, if you want to go fast, you go like this. You just twist it. Not that hard. You want to go slow, barely twist it. Parking lots. That's where you want to practice in. Empty roads. Maybe you live in a little gated community. Drive it up and down the roads. Practice before you go get it on the street. If you can, get a truck to bring it home. Anything like that. Don't, please don't just ride it home because you just bought it. You don't want to wreck it. Get a trailer or something. Find a buddy to bring it home. Don't ride it home. The 250 weighs like 370 something pounds. Two, three guys can pick it up, put it back in the truck, strap it down, drive it home, unload it, practice. When you think you're ready to get out on the road, you're not ready. Because there's still so much stuff to be learned and to be gathered, I guess you could say, information that you're not going to know unless you just sit on it, find out where everything is without even looking. You should be able to close your eyes, know where the turn signals are, everything. You just know where, I mean, everything. Kill switch, all that. You got to know where the clutch engages and disengages at. There's many different variables that come into play. So, my advice to you, overall conclusion, is get the bike you want. If you're getting a 250R just because you're scared of a 600, to be honest with you, that's kind of why I got mine. Because I was like, I don't want to, get on it and it stands straight up. Well, now I wish I would have got it and just taken a little bit of extra time to save up more money instead of just buying it just like that. When I got a great deal, I paid $2,300 for it. So I mean, you couldn't beat that at the same time. But just take your time, buy the bike, and practice. That's the best way to say it. And get what you want, and just practice and take it slow. Because if you don't take it slow, something bad's gonna happen. So just get what you like, practice, go slow, and you'll be alright. Have a good one.